At Flinders Street Station, almost every flag had a Union Jack on it. Most here called themselves patriots.
What's brought you down here today?
Well, I'm a very passionate Australian. I love living in this country.
January 26 is a date of immense pride for the estimated 2,000 that attended the March for Australia rally in Melbourne.
I feel my country is in danger a bit, and I think we have to stand up for our national days, our national institutions, and the flag. I feel the flag's under threat.
What's it under threat from?
People wanting to change it.
At the steps of the Victorian Parliament, far-right social media influencer Hugo Lennon, also known as Ozpill, addressed the crowd.
For too long, in this country, we have said sorry. We've said sorry for being Australian. We've said sorry on our National Day. Today that ended.
These marches are held in stark contrast to Invasion Day rallies across the country.
It's a day that hasn't always been the nicest day for us. What it represents for us is mourning.
We are here to protest the celebration of the genocide of our people, but also fighting for truth-telling and treaty and to stop blackness in custody.
At Perth's Invasion Day rally, an evacuation and mass confusion.
I reckon someone planted a bomb.
A device containing ball bearings, screws and explosive liquid was allegedly thrown into the crowd in the CBD.
You need to move. Your safety is paramount.
Today, a 31-year-old man was charged with making explosives.
We will call this an improvised explosive device that was viable. It had the potential to explode and injure many people or kill them.
Send them back! Send them back! Send them back!
In Melbourne, tensions ran high.
Happy Australia Day!
Across the country, the March for Australia movement has come under further scrutiny over violence and the presence of neo-Nazis. In Sydney, sympathy for some of the country's most prominent neo-Nazis were on display.
Free Joel Davis! Free Joel Davis!
Joel Davis is currently behind bars for allegedly making threats against federal MP Allegra Spender.
Free Joel Davis! I want Australia and I am Thomas Song!
This man, a 31-year-old from Peakhurst, was arrested and charged for his comments against Jews under new laws in New South Wales which make it an offence to incite hatred on the ground of race, causing fear. Today, he was refused bail by a magistrate.
We will allege that the language he used, his presence, was clearly and unequivocally assigned with neo-Nazi ideology.
Earlier this month, the National Socialist Network announced it would disband before the federal government passed new hate speech legislation, which has powers to list certain organisations as hate groups.
There's been some reportage that there are neo-Nazis at this rally today. What do you say to those that have included themselves in this movement?
Neo-Nazis are passionate Australians. They love this country. All right, they want a white Australia. That can never happen. It's too late now. But they still love this country and they're fighting for Australia. So they have been labelled as neo-Nazis. It's just a label like all of us have been labelled with.
These individuals have identified themselves as Nazis.
Yeah, they do.
What's mislabelled there?
They do regard themselves as nationalists. I only know one of them who actually calls himself a Nazi. The others reckon they're just nationalist Australians.
Thank you.
This is a group that adores and supports ideology from Hitler's Germany.
Yeah. I can't explain it.
In Melbourne, 7:30 observed several individuals who've been connected to the National Socialist Network. Known far-right extremist Blair Cottrell was also among them on Spring Street, where speakers declared a new wave of nationalism in Australia, one that wants to cut immigration.
We're not sorry for being Australian. We're not sorry for being white. Deport! Deport! Deport!
There was a lot of people getting on the mic who whose views are probably a bit too extreme for public view, who people don't agree with. I think that, that it was, I think it was, unfortunately it was a bit disorganised, but it was still great to see an amazing turnout of patriots here waving the flag.
At the fore was support for One Nation.
I'm a big supporter of One Nation. I think they're the party that represents my views best.
The party's founder and leader, Pauline Hanson, spoke at the March for Australia rally in Brisbane.
We are Australian. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Happy Australia Day.
The party's Victorian president, Warren Pickering, told 7:30 organisers of the rally misled him about the presence of far-right extremists.
I did specifically ask the organisers, you didn't have any of those types of people with those types of political affiliations attending and speaking on stage, and they said, no. Send me a bit of a list of who was speaking. So, look, I'm a bit disappointed in that.
You haven't spoken today yet publicly to the crowd. Will you, knowing that there's types that have more extreme views than yours?
Look, I want to see how the proceedings unfold on the stage first.
Okay. What would be a line for you?
Well, the promotion of hate. We're not promoting hate.
Moments later, Mr Pickering was behind the microphone.
Sons and daughters of Australia, let's march forward, united as one. Ignite a spark for the future under this hot southern sun. Happy Australia Day!
The One Nation president saw the rally as fertile ground to bolster the party's membership.
And we need you to volunteer your time around elections. That's how we make a difference.
Earlier in the day, it was the Invasion Day rally which occupied Parliament's steps.
To make sure that we can still stand for our people.
Thane Garvey welcomed the estimated 17,000 in attendance to country.
How can we possibly come together as a country when certain people have chosen to celebrate on our day of mourning? That was marked as a day of mourning long before it was a day of celebration.
At this rally, there were no Union Jacks, but there were Palestinian flags.
What do you make of some people bringing international issues into the rally today and putting them to the fore?
Look, I think that if they align with what it is that we're kind of asking for, which is respect and understanding of what happened on these lands, then I can understand why it happens. That's what solidarity is. But I do want the main focus on this day to be based on what it is around, with that being said. So I think that it's important that we remember to stand on what it is that we're aiming for here, and that's the fact that we need recognition.